Hey guys, the young car spotter here, and today I'm going to be shooting my friend's Audi R8 V10 Plus. It's been wrapped by Gelato Studios in a matte grey, as you can see. Lots of nice carbon fibre goodies, and I'm here with Tom Bateman Photography, who's over there. So as you've seen, we've done most of the exposures for the strobe lighting, and now Tom's going to get some atmosphere spray to try and replicate more of this fog that you can see here. So yeah. Damn. Oh yeah, that has worked very well. I think maybe a little bit shorter maybe, because the highlight's a bit blown. Ready? Yep, ready when you are. Go.
Nice.
So we've just done a base exposure, or just try and experiment with the base exposure, so we know what, something to work on when we edit this. This is our base exposure. So I'll put a display on the screen. Let's do another one. Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, you whack it on a 10-second exposure again, we'll just do a light fade there.
Yep. Oh, this is 10 seconds. Ready?
Yeah, off we go.
Pretty sure it's brighter, aren't they? I swear that's got brighter, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So at the moment, Tom is light paging front grill, so we get a bit more decent in there. Hopefully this works. Ready? Yep.
Okay. Cool. Come back a bit, take a step back. Set. Again. Okay, let's go down the car.
Cool.
Yep. And again. Okay, yeah, further down. Yeah, and again, keep going. Yeah, keep going. Good. It's good. Stay there. It's going to put power for a smidge.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. One for the front and rear wheel.
Yep.
Front wheel first. Yeah. Give me another one from there. And then come to this side of the wheel.
Yep.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Right. That's good. Yeah. Nice. Okay, same on the back wheel. Those positions. Nice. Okay, work your way back towards me now. Cool. Yeah, and to the right again now, back towards this way a bit. Yeah, and one more. And we just need one for this kind of corner now, so come a little bit further this way. From here. That's it. Nice. And 3, 2, 1, go.
So now we're in Affinity Photo. Well, a lot of people might think it's a bit weird, but I prefer Affinity Photo. It's just a few more extra features that I like. But yeah, we'll just go through a walkthrough of the photo that I strobed of my friend's Audi R8. So we'll just turn all these layers off for now. We'll just... Right, so there are some layers that I did not name, but that's fine. So what I usually end up doing first is just naming all my layers first, because most of the time if you want to go back to something, you just don't know what you're actually looking at. So I've just labeled them: front, fender mirror 2. So I'll just click all these on slowly. You can see the layer build up of what we strobed, what me and Tom strobed. So I'd imported these photos into Lightroom first, did a few minor adjustments and just brought down the highlights and brought up the shadows. Adjusted the whites and blacks. Then I exported them out as TIFFs, brought them into Affinity Photo as a stack, so I made sure there was no misaligned layers. And yeah, so I brought them in. Had all of them in, got rid of all like the strobe light, got rid of that with a lighten. So I went onto the brush. Well, I had put all the layers in, named them light and blend mode on all the layers. Got the brush black, and just brushed out whatever I didn't need to have on. So that was the light painting exposure that we did, as you probably just saw beforehand. This is the base exposure. And that was an exposure with these lights and all this nice hues and stuff. So once I've done all of that, I tend to just clean up the image, because as you can see, you've got all this stuff around here. When it loads, it's got lots of just rubbish and stuff. It just makes the image more appealing to the eye. So as you can see, a lot of it's just gone. It just looks much cleaner. So I didn't do too many adjustments on this photo in Affinity, so I just put an LUT or lookup table, a white balance, and a curves adjustment, just to add a bit more of a kind of just crush the blacks a little bit, and put the watermarks on. So I brought the photo into Lightroom. I did a few adjustments. So just go here. Change the white balance a little bit, because it was just a little too, I just wanted to have those blue kind of tones to them. Brought up the exposure a little bit, added a little bit of contrast, brought the highlights down, just those bits there, and a little bit of the lights, added some more shadows, brought down the blacks, left the whites as it is, didn't really need it. But then also I just thought there was just far too much clarity on the photo, just didn't like it, so I brought the clarity right down. As you can see, there's just too much. In my personal opinion, I just thought there was too much. So, tone curve. So if we had that off, as you can see, there's just too many shadows. So, tone curve, did a very standard, just S curve kind of thing. Messed around with this a little bit, not too much happening there. I just got rid of a few of the nasty kind of blues, just like that hue there, I just really didn't like it. So I got rid of that with the aqua and blue, and it's just kind of green tint. Bit of split toning as well, just to add a bit more of those blues in the shadows. A little bit of sharpening and noise reduction. And that was about it for the whole image. And also I added some gradient filters, so I kind of wanted to have, you know, from Stranger Things, I have that kind of mood and theme to the whole look, so I wanted that kind of thing. So I added a gradient filter here. It's just a bit more clarity. So I added some greens and a bit more blue. And then on this one, I still made it more blue, but I actually added a colour to it. So I just thought it's just a bit different, so I added that. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole image. And yeah, so here's the final image. This is what I came up with. I'll show you Tom's version of the image. Feel free to comment which one you prefer. Hopefully some more kind of walkthrough tutorials soon. I've got some very cool shoots planned up with a 675 LT. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video, and yeah, cheers.